Show me all the places I've never known.
So I'm in a middle management position at my job, working at a branch for our company. And the other day, one of the bigwigs from the main office came out and had a one-on-one meeting with all the middle managers in our workplace. And it was about a project that our branch is undertaking and just making sure that everybody was on the same page, knew what the expectations were as we move ahead with this project. And it was one of those conversations, my meeting with the boss, it was one of those conversations, and I don't know if you've had a conversation like this or not. I don't have them often, but this one certainly was one where you're sitting there thinking in your head, the person who I'm talking to, they think that I'm really dumb, but they're just too nice to say anything about it. And that was the impression I got. But, the meeting went fine, and, I had a good idea of what I need to do moving forward, had that clarity, and, got told, you know what to do now. You're a smart guy. You can figure out the rest. So, okay, cool. I certainly didn't feel like a smart guy coming out of that conversation. But I was feeling down about it, because I felt like I was looking too much for guidance, and got asked some questions, and I wasn't happy with the answers that I gave. But it was all right, because we sorted, we sorted out what those answers should be, and it's all good. But I was feeling down. Then I spoke to a couple of the other middle managers, and their reaction to their meeting was far worse than mine. One of them said basically that halfway through they just shut down and just couldn't understand anything that was being said to them. And another person kind of said a similar thing. And both of those people are having follow-up meetings with the bigwig at a later date, just to make sure that they are on the right track. And when I found that out, it kind of made me feel less bad about myself in the conversation that I had. I was the one who was kind of told, you're good to go, and go and do it. And it just got me thinking about relative success, and how if the other people I had spoken to came out of the meeting and said, it went fantastic, and they smashed it, and it was all good, how bad that would have made me feel. But the fact that they came out saying that they really struggled as well, that made me feel a lot better about myself, and not in the sense that, I want to see other people fail, but in the sense that it's not me, it's not just me. And they were struggling even more than I was, so, I can't be doing that bad of a job. And so it just, made me think about the people we surround ourselves with, and the ability they have to either propel us forward or keep us complacent. And if we surround ourselves with high achievers, and if I was surrounded by people who walked out of their meeting and said, absolutely dominated it, had the perfect answer for every question I got asked, what would my reaction to that have been? Would it have been, I need to do better, I need to get to their level, instead of the reaction that, they did even worse than me, so I'm good. I'm good exactly where I am. And just, if we do want to push ourselves to be the best that we can be, how careful we need to be in who we surround ourselves with. And if we surround ourselves with the high achievers, with the people who are going to put pressure on us to be as good as them, I guess we're more likely to strive for that. Whereas if we surround ourselves with people who are as capable of us or less capable than us, then we become apathetic and we don't have that drive. So I guess the takeaway, when we are striving towards our goals, whatever it is that we're trying to achieve, that we need to make sure that the people on the journey with us are going to propel us forward, are not going to hold us back, and not going to make us apathetic, and not going to make us say, well, it's good enough, but are going to push us to be better, to be at their level.
We'll chase the night, race on.